AutoCAD 2027 has just been released, and there's a few features I'd like to go over with you. So the first thing is, one of the areas I'd like to look at first is geometry cleanup. So let's start up a file here. I'm going to go to the sample file. You've probably seen this many times. This is one of the sample files in AutoCAD. And so with the cleanup tool, if I come to manage tab over here, you'll see that the manage tab here, just over here under cleanup, we've got geometry cleanup. So if I click on geometry cleanup, it brings up the panel here, and it gives me the opportunity to select objects. So I can select as many objects as I like, or indeed, as little as we like. So the cleanup geometry is really useful. So if I clicked on select objects like this, for example, if I then, let's say I'm going to have basically those objects down there. So that's it. Actually, I go those objects there like that. So those are the objects I'm going to select. Press the enter there, and I can pick up the cleanup settings now. The settings are showing up here. For example, it's defaulting to gaps, overshoots, undershoots, etc., and various angled settings, absolute and relative angles. So if I click on scan here, it's going to come and scan my project here. Scan complete, and there we go. So at the moment, if I look at selecting this, you can see now that I've got some angles probably showing up here. I've got some gaps showing there, you see. So for example, those gaps, if I zoomed into the gap here, you can see, oh, there's a bit of a gap here. And so therefore, if I just right clicked on there, if I just hover over the indicator there, and then I can see I can fix by using extend and trim, and I can say stretch, extend, trim, move, or whatever. So for example, I can say, well, that's got to be extend and trim, so I could fix that one like that, and so on. So that I think is a really useful tool, to be perfectly honest. When I've seen overshoots, for example, here there's overshoots here. So if I zoomed into here, you can see that there's an overshoot there. So that little bit is overshoot. So if I hover there, I can just click on trim, and then that trims that up. So sometimes when you look at the drawing cleanup, there might be a few things that you can do. You might be overshoots. It means that you might need to fillet it, you might need to just trim or cut back. And so this is really useful. So it's actually gives you the chance, it's not doing an auto update or no auto fix. It's giving you the option to see there, because there's going to be quite a few changes that you can do. So I close that out of the way there. A lot of the new features that I mentioned in the 2027 are part of a lot of the workflows I tend to look at in the course I run called AutoCAD Advanced. So for those that would like us to expand upon some of the workflows and features of traces, the Autodesk projects, etc., please don't hesitate, come along and join us on an advanced course in AutoCAD. Another one I've quite liked the use of is using the same drawing, for example. When you're working, or when a lot of people are working on projects, and they need to jump and find out some other information, we've got the AI assistant now inside of AutoCAD. So for example, if I wanted to just check the assistant, I can just go bring up the assistant. I'm just using the command line here, and you can see that I've got the AI interface here. So for example, if I want to find out about something, I can just type it in here. For example, explain how annotated objects work. If I want that, I can click on there. These are probably ones that have already been done, or I can add some, I could type in something on here, and I could say, I don't know, what is a polyline, for example, and then I would submit that as a what is a polyline as a request. And so the interface, then the AI is going to look at that and give me that nice definition. Polyline is a connected sequence of lines and arc segments that form a single object. So there's lots of various ways we can do this. Like, for example, if I went back to the one up here, explain how annotative objects works. This is something that I do very often in our training. So the fact that I could just click on there and you can see how that would work, explain how annotative objects works, and then there we go, we've got a really nice AI generated explanation of that. Other areas I quite like is the way that we can utilize this Autodesk project here if I'm working on a project and my colleague is also working on the project. So for example, if I opened up a file, for example, this drawing, my ground floor plan, if I click on here, this opens this drawing, of course. Now, if I look at this drawing here, very simple drawing, nothing too spectacular about it, but it's just something I'm working on, and that's stored in my cloud on the former data management. That's being stored there. So, as in always, I could change things around here, do whatever I like. It's all editable, of course it is. But the point is that because it's on my project in the cloud, it's stored there. If somebody else opened that drawing now, that drawing for them would be just read only. So if I was another person, for example, and I come in to open that drawing, I can go to File, Open here, and I might go and find that file. I can either do it through my file structure here, or indeed come all the way down to my Autodesk format here. So this is me being the other person, and then I look at my files, project files here, and then my ground floor plan there. It's the same drawing. So if I click on Open here, being the other person, of course it's going to give me this AutoCAD alert telling me that this basically is being opened. It's already open, so if you want to, you can read it, look at it as a read only. So if I click on yes, I open it as read only. So now this file is opened as read only, and you can see that it's basically locked there. So I can save this. If I clicked on here to save, basically tells me it's right protected. I could save as, but that makes it a different drawing. So how do I change, or how do I make some changes? So for example, if I'm in one office and my colleague is in another office, and he might say to me, actually, I need to change these desks or this desk or something. What we can do in here, the user that's on the locked one, not me being the original opener of this, but the one on the lock here, if they go to checkout, if I click on checkout here, click checkout here, you will see that I can now select some objects that I can check out, basically, not the entire drawing, but some objects. So for example, I'm working on the read-only file here as the other guy. So for example, I might say, well, let me look at a couple of couple of desks there. I need to move them, but somebody else is using the drawing. So I'll click on enter here, and it's saying create checkout one. So I can accept that, see where it's down, yes, so I can select that, say enter there. So now what we have here is creating a trace for me. In other words, it's making a snapshot trace of that and allowing me to look in here. You can see that I can see that that's a block references, and you can see here that it highlights, but I can't do anything. I can only do items with, I can only do changes to the items here. And so this is in a read-only format. So for example, I might say to myself, well, or it might be that I come over to the home here, click on move, and I'm going to say, well, I need to move these, I'm going to move these here, something like that for the moment, and then I need to, perhaps I'm going to rotate them, I don't know. We're going to make some changes anyway, so I'm going to rotate that, so that's coming there like that, and then I'm going to move them into a new position. So I'm moving them into a new position here, and then I click on there. Let's say they're supposed to be down here. So I've just moved them there. You can see, of course, that they're showing there because this is a read-only file. So all I've done is created a trace to say, you know, this I've got an option to move this, so I can submit this now as a trace. I can say submit like this, like that, and so it says here checkout one was submitted for review. So when that's saved, I could even just close this. I finished my work as the person using that. So if I just close that, I can't save it because I'm looking at a read only, so I just click no to save that, and then that's gone. So if I'm back here now, I'm on the original drawing. This is me on the original drawing. I can look at the collaborate tab here and come to my traces palette like this, and you'll see that I've got some traces checked here. So I could look at this in my traces palette and say, right, okay, there's some issues, there's something been going on by somebody else. I'll click on there, and then what it's doing now, it's going to show me the changes that this person has had. I see he's moved, the desks have been moved over to there, and I can say, I can either cancel them, or I can say, oh, okay, I'll merge them in because that's fair enough. That's going to be fine. So I'll click on merge there. Merging incorporates the checkouts modification to the drawing. Continue merging one. I'll say yes, and there we go. And so now that's in here. So it's not, it's the trace is not flagged up as you know, is there, is inside the new drawing there. So I think, to be honest, there's some nice bits and pieces in 2027, and so, you know, this is me. I'm Jeff. I say thank you very much indeed, and if you need any thoughts on your AutoCAD you know, journey, please let me know. Thank you very much.